Hi, welcome back. I'm Arash, I'm going to be your personal trainer for today, and today I'm going to show you 5 exercises which you can do on the rowing machine. The reason I'm doing this is because if you go on holidays and you're in a hotel, some hotels they have a gym. In that gym you only see some dumbbells and maybe cardio equipment like a rowing machine, which I'm going to show to you together alongside with Carrie. Thank you for coming. We're going to show you how to do a nice full body workout using only the rowing machine. So let's get right to it. The first exercise is going to be a planking exercise. This is the plank exercise. We're going to put our elbows on the seat because the seat of the rowing machine moves very fast, and because of that it becomes a balancing exercise. We're going to target the abs, we're going to target the lats, we're going to even work on the back muscles and even the legs. Carrie, we're going to show you how to do it. Now I want you to put your elbows on the bench like that. Make sure the body is steady. Notice our back is rock steady and straight. You should do that the same now. Just go move forward and backward with the entire body. That's it. Because the bench is moving, it becomes a balance exercise. Well, you do not have to worry about that. If you find your correct range, you'll be just fine. Just keep your body steady and straight. Suck in the lower belly and you'll be just fine. Don't go too far, you start arching. Second exercise, where you only move your arms forward and backward, becomes more challenging. Because right now, you can make it as heavy as you want to. If you go too far to the front with the arms, you will start to arch. You don't want that. Always stay to the margin that you can control where the body is steady. Notice the entire back is straight. Nothing is moving except the arms. The further you go, the harder it gets. Just a matter of time. 30 seconds, 45 seconds without resting. The second exercise is all about your legs. Good thing about this exercise is it's going to be a nice stretch for your hip flexors, strengthen your hamstrings and also your quads and even the glutes. So let's start to it. I want you to put your one leg on top in the middle of the bench. The back leg is going to go on your toes, going to bring the heels right on top of your toes to keep it stable. And just going to go up and down with the legs while sliding forward and backwards. Now Carrie is quite flexible, she can go quite deep. As you can imagine, this is a nice hip flexor exercise. Not only you're working on stability, the calf muscles are keeping it straight, your quads, your hamstrings, the glutes, they're all working together to keep the body straight, so you can only go forward and backward. Notice our upper body is not moving forward and backward, so there's no tilting. The core is tight in the abs, in the back, there's a nice full brace. Good. Then we switch legs. So, same routine, but you can make it also, you might say, more challenging by just keeping the bench steady and just go up and down without moving forward and backward. This is becoming more challenging because you imagine you want to do it with weights, you don't want to make it move. By doing that, you're constantly recruiting the muscles for a nice, perfectly balanced lunge with a nice stretch in the hip flexors, in your quads, and pushing up, work on the glutes and hamstrings. Good. Take a break. This exercise, also again time-based. 30 seconds left leg, 30 seconds right leg, with or without weight. Just focus on control, make a video of yourself or do it in front of the mirror, and just don't go rushing to that. Technical failure, you stop. Alright, so the third exercise, as you just saw, is the push-up. The good thing about that push-up is because the seat is moving, it becomes again a flexibility exercise, stability exercise, going to work on the shoulders, rotate the cuffs, the abs, the core, everything. So let's get right to it. The first exercise is just the push-up hold position. Keep the body straight. If I put a ball on your back, the ball should not drop. So you're going to keep it straight as a tabletop. From here, you're going to go up and down where you can move along the bench. You can adjust the tension by going up and down. Because the seat is elevated, it's already easier. If you feel it's too heavy, you can feel free to bend your knees to make it easier for yourself. I do not recommend it though, but if it's too heavy, it's okay. Good, take a break. Of course, you're gonna switch arms and do the same. Also again, time-based. Everything you do here is based on time. It's not about how many reps you do, it's just time-based, under control. That's it. So, take a break. The second exercise of the push-up is the same, but now in this case you will not move the bench, just keep it steady, becomes much more flexibility and stability exercise. Gonna feel a nice stretch, go as low as you want to go in your own safety margin without dropping the hips down, so no arching. If you go too low, you start to drop your hips, which means you're losing the strength in your abs and you just compensate. Now Carrie is quite strong, she can go all the way down. Good. As I said before, focus on technique and not about going hard. It's all about time-based. 30 seconds left, 30 seconds right, and choose your own version. And don't go too low, because otherwise you lose the form. The fourth exercise is going to be a nice exercise for the hip flexors. If you strengthen your hip flexors, not only is it a good exercise for your abs, also it's very useful for your squat technique. So here's the deal. Go in the push-up position. Keep the body centered. Gonna put one leg on the bench and other leg off the ground. This is the hard version. As you drag one knee in, this leg stays off the ground. Arms straight. Do not lean forward or backward. Just keep it steady like that as you push the ground down. Good. Take a break. Now I can imagine if this is the first time doing this, it's quite challenging. So we can make it slightly easier. So you're gonna put this leg down. As you pull in the left leg, you're gonna lift this leg off the ground. Pull in and drop down. Pull in, drop down. Pull in and drop down. Of course, you can try to pull the knees also more in. So try to drag in and down. So you have a little bit of air time, and you already feel the hip flexors being activated. So this routine, again, time-based, 30 to 45 seconds. As many reps as you can do in that close range you can go. If you go too much forward, then you might get tired. Just do a little bit half range. If you go too much to the back, you can drop your back. So try not to arch your back. The final exercise is going to be a fun exercise, working the back muscles, from traps to rhomboids to lats. But while you're squatting down, it can also be a little bit of leg exercise. Okay, I want you to squat down. The lower you go, the harder it gets. So as she squats down, she's going to drag it backwards, short and fast, and while keeping a straight posture. Now this looks simple, but it's not. Also, have a look at her toes. She's keeping the toes right behind the machine there, because if you drag too fast, it will slide. Now right now you're stopping it from sliding. One of the number one errors we see here is torsion. So you're going to move too much forward and backwards, a lot of shaking. You don't want to have the shaking. By stopping the torsion, the shaking, you're going to have a lot of core exercise here, the abs, the back. If you look at our arms, you can see that triceps are engaged, the forearms are engaged because you're dragging it to the back. Of course, it's going to be arm exercise. If she chooses to squat lower, then she will get a little bit more quad aggravation, and of course, a nice back exercise.